Ellen McCauley. I'm at Pray It Up in Syracuse, New York. And I opened tonight's meeting talking about, our own attitude towards ourselves. And isn't that where it all starts? Because no one's force feeding us. At least I don't think anyone is, are they? We decide to eat what we decide to eat for ourselves, mainly. Now, I know many of you go to parties and you said, I had to eat the pizza. I had to. I'm like, you really did? You had to? Sometimes you might feel that way, but the ultimate decision is yourself. And that is where all of our self-sabotage comes from. There may be external factors, but we allow them to determine our behavior. Maybe someone's putting pressure on you and you allow that. You allow yourself to be sabotaged. But how can you stop it? How can you stop your weight loss self-sabotage? Well, let me ask, and I won't call on anyone. Does anyone here, besides me, when I do this, I'm raising my hand because I'm a member. Anyone else here have self-sabotage besides me? All right, just about everybody sabotages themselves. And you need to ask yourself the question, why? What's going on in my life that I allow sabotage to allow things to sabotage my weight loss efforts? And one of the first things is that we focus on the wrong things. We say, well, and I could have done it. I could have said, well, I didn't have pizza and beer when I was on my trip, and I still gained weight, and it's just not fair. So, Bob, let's go get some ice cream. Let's have a hot fudge sundae. Because instead of saying, I might not have lost 2 pounds here, but I started the group at 371, and, I have kept off the vast majority of that weight. I got to focus on that and not the temporary setback. And many of us started on September 9th beating ourselves up because of the weight we gained over the pandemic. And we should say, why should I focus on that when I should focus on, I'm here, I'm ready to participate. I'm ready to do this again. Why should we throw in the towel? 2 people started the first night with us on September 9th and did not come back the following week. When I talked to them, they said, I can't do it. I can't wrap my head around taking care of myself. And we might look at that and be a little judgmental and say, really? But how often do we say that about ourselves? I'm too busy, too tired, too stressed, too much going on. I'll do it next week. Patience and persistence are the key. Patience. Small wins. And what would I have gained if I did have the pizza and the beers and all those things? 10 pounds? Well, I didn't. Also, we think we're not disciplined enough. There's where we get that cat of 9 tails. And maybe to a certain extent, maybe we're not. Because discipline is a learned behavior. I say the rosary every single day. Every day. I say it. I get to work, I walk around, I say the rosary every day. It's a habit. It's part of my daily routine. It wasn't always a habit. I've disciplined my life that is part of my life. I do the log every day, and I've done the log every day since January of 2008. I've gained weight, lost weight, but I've always done the log. It's part of my discipline, and it's helped me a great deal. You can discipline yourself to build these new habits. Don't you think Olympic athletes have certain disciplines they do? Do they try for 1 week and say, it's too hard, I'm giving up? Well, where would they be? Also, some of the ways, I love this because this is what I just said. You need to understand that the way to build discipline is by being disciplined. You learn it because you just start doing it. You say, I'm going to have a kick-butt log that Ellen's going to read and say, this is the best stinking log I've ever seen in my life. And I was telling a few people that I took the logs with me to Virginia Beach, and I was reading what some of the people were eating to Bob. We were laughing our butts off. I'm like, this is a weight loss group. And then I got through reading everything this person ate. And we were laughing, we were crying, we were laughing so hard. I said, and guess what? He goes, what? I go, they lost 2 pounds. We were roaring. And the thing is, if you can eat all, I can just look. I could look at what that person ate in that week and gain 20 pounds. Just look at that. If you can eat all that food and lose 2 pounds, God bless you. All right? And here's a big one. You don't believe you deserve it. You know, you say, you know what, when I lost a lot of weight, people were giving me compliments. And, you know, I was giving, you know, God the credit and everything, but I was kind of like in people's crosshairs. They were thinking, oh, they're successful, and what are they doing? And you almost feel a little pressure. You're used to being fat. You're used to, that's the way it feels, you know, but losing weight, we're not so used to that skin. And the funny thing is, as unhappy as you may be, you already know what to expect, and things are familiar and predictable. You know, I might be unhappy being fat, but I know a lot about what being fat is about, because I spent so many years being fat. And how do you change this? Well, these old beliefs are things that we created ourselves. You know, one person at work, really, the one who I told you who weighs themselves a lot, they had a bad childhood where they had a parent tell them constantly, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. You know, I didn't have that because everyone in our family was fat. So I didn't have my family telling me that, but there was every kid in the street would call me names, McCauley Mountain, etc. And I believe that that part of my life I was a failure at. Weight, I'm a failure. So I'm going to have to be really good at other areas since I'm a failure there. Instead of changing the belief where I can say, I'm really good at these areas, I'm going to be really good at the weight too. You need to change that belief. Meg said it beautifully in her short but very powerful witness. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of living my life this way, and you just got to stick to it and be persistent. Also, you know, another person quit the group because she lost a lot of weight, and her husband's friend started flirting with her. And it really made her nervous. They never flirted with her when she was heavy. And I have to say, kind of understand how she feels. Because I did put on a few pounds over the pandemic because men were just, no. I wish it did, but it didn't. It didn't happen. No one was hitting on me. Because when she's telling me this story, and I'm like, really? Really? That's why you're quitting? I mean, I have heard every excuse under the sun. That was kind of an interesting one. Okay. The thing is, we need to claim the life we want to have. I'll tell you one thing is, I do not want to buy bigger clothes. I got rid of my bigger clothes. I do not want to buy bigger clothes. So I am going through my closet and I'm going, okay, I can still fit in this, still fit in this, still fit in this. Maybe I'm, you know, wearing a Spank that I can barely breathe. No, I'm only kidding. I don't have one on. But that's not a bad idea. But anyway, I don't want to buy bigger clothes. So my mindset is, Ellen, you have a lot of nice clothes. You're going to get rid of that pandemic weight, and that is my warrior mindset. And you know, we are really doing well in this session, and I refuse to have 1 week off sabotaging. Not last week, but the week before, as a group, we lost 133 pounds and only in 1 week. Wow. And only gained 14. Wow. We have lost, these people in this room, you, me, 423 pounds since September 9th. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah. It's incredible. Since September 9th, I'm talking. Wow. That's incredible. So we don't want to sabotage that, and we can. We can say, you know what, I've got the, what do you call it, the 7th innings, no, what's a 7, what do you call it, when you're like?
Midlife. 7 years. 7 years.
No, the slump, the sophomore slump. We don't want a slump. We don't want it to be the 6-week slump or whatever. We're going to get the warrior mindset, and we're going to go forward and stop self-sabotaging ourselves, and I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.